Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I want to show this item input that I have created. It took a couple weeks to put together, but I think it's finally done, and I just messed around with it, and it does work reliably around about 90% of the time. The other couple percent of the time would be where a shulker box would get stuck in a hopper here, which is not great, but I might be able to prove this. Somehow I might want to mess with the circuit, so this may not be final. I do want to fix that system fast, so I don't know if I can make it as good as that one, but hopefully I can make it better so that we don't have that. The other downside is that it uses a lot of hoppers, but I've tried to decrease that here with droppers in the hopper lines here. That greatly improves things, but cuts down the hopper by about 1/3. Or the hopper usage by 1/3. It has shulker return, so you can put in full shulker boxes, or full shulker boxes, partially full shulker boxes, and empty shulker boxes, and they'll all get processed differently. Well, the empty shulker boxes and the full shulker boxes and partial shulker boxes are going to get sorted in different ways. So if, let's say, you want to put in just a bunch of items you have in your inventory, not shulker boxes, just items, just random stuff you have in there. Good. Put it in there. It's going to get sucked out at 16 hopper speeds because we have this 16 item output. And they're going to be put into a buffer storage. So in case you put a lot in, they're all going to be put into here. So it can process, I think, 16 double chests of items at once because this thing is so fast. In fact, I can show it here. I'll do 16 TNT. You see it's gone. And it's all going to get processed and put out here, which is where you would connect your input to the storage system. So you can see it does take a minute to get going, but once it does, you can see, and also here, so 48 there. When this is done, we should have exactly a stack, and we do, which is good. That's what we wanted. So the next thing it can handle is it can also handle full shulker boxes, empty shulker boxes, and partial full shulker boxes, as well as arrows, TNT, water, and non-stackable items. So this thing can handle pretty much anything. I guess we could also do ender pearls as a thing that you could put into this, because you may use ender pearls, or not ender pearls, rather snowballs. Snowballs will get fired out of dispensers, not ender pearls, my bad. So here I'll showcase it. Just let's say you have all this stuff in your inventory, you just want all of it gone. So remember, we have 3 shulker boxes. This one's going to be put in last. So we're going to put in all those and the 16 snowballs. Wait a minute for all that to process, and then put in the big one because the big shulker box is going to take a minute to process. So there we go. We're getting all the shulker boxes being processed now. We're going to get a little bit more stone because of, oh wait, no, there's that right there is kept here. That's the only negative, is that it's stuck right here in this hopper and you can't really move it. Unless I fix the system, which hopefully I will be able to, but yeah, it won't work until you send another shulker box with items through. Alright, and now we can see that we got all the items back correctly. The one shulker box is, all the 16 stone is taken out of it. The TNT, the non-stackable items, the arrows, everything is back with us. Now you can see all the shulker box unloaders and shulker box testers are empty. If we put through a full shulker box, nothing's going to happen. It's going to push through the shulker box that was half full. So it's going to push in that. And that's going to process the items now and shoot them out the side. So we're going to get 16 there. And then it gets broken. And we get all those things back. Now up here, we have shulker box storage. So this is only for empty shulker boxes. So you can see we have the empty shulker box we put in there and the shulker box that held the half items. So you can see that was the empty shulker box, and then that was partial full. So it took all those items and sorted them all through. It's hard to explain it without that flaw there. I'm going to try and fix that. But it does work well. So I can kind of explain how it works here. So I already explained this part a little bit. I'm just going to go through it again because it makes more sense. So you put in all your items here, and they're going to get taken out at rapid speed with Ilmango 16 item output, and then put it into a buffer storage in case you put in a large quantity of items. They're going to get stored here just because you don't want to fill this up, it'll break. Then from there, they all get piled into another buffer chest. You're going to have pretty much as many buffer chests as you want. You can add more buffer chests to this if you want. I didn't mention that, but you could if you really need to. I don't know why you would, because 16 double chests is a lot of items. Next thing, this is going to then feed into Rapscalion's shulker box and item sorter. So the items are going to get pushed into this shulker box, and the shulker boxes can't go inside of shulker boxes. So they'll sit in here and then go down after that hopper unlocks and get put into this thing. After that, before I show that, the items get transferred down and put into the dispenser that dispenses out all the items, just items, nothing, no shulker boxes. But what happens with the shulker boxes is that they come out of there, they go into this system here, where it will detect when there is one shulker box in here. It will send a pulse up here, which will break it. But before it breaks, it's actually going to see if it's empty or full. And if it is full, it will send an update through here, pulling this up. Then when it comes down, it will sit here. It will be inside this hopper, and then it will move to the next one. But if it is empty, nothing will happen. It will just get broken, and then it will get sent through into here, and then down into here, where it's going to take it through a... you can see it processing all the full shulker box right now, obviously, but you know, you just break that. But can I get in here? There we go. Yeah, so that's going to send that up there. That doesn't matter. But it's going to then process the shulker boxes to see if they are shulker boxes or items again. The items are going to get put in here and put in the dispenser. The shulker boxes are going to be put in this buffer chest again. I don't know why you're going to be inputting that many shulker boxes, but if you are, that's for that. Then it's going to get put into a dropper baiter, which will then send the items up and into the shulker box chest. And here, once finally, if it is a full shulker box, it's going to get put down this hopper line, put into this dispenser, dispensed, start unloading, and then once it is empty, it's going to turn back on this torch, powering this back up into the hopper, and then sending a signal through here, breaking the shulker box, and then placing one if there's another one in there. And then that shulker box will then get put into another sorter that sorts it from shulker boxes to items. I just went through that. So all the items that are coming out of this are going to go into the item output, and all the shulker boxes are going to be put into the shulker box chest. We also have this. This is, I couldn't really get rid of the dust. You could probably use a different design. In fact, if you have one, I would very much enjoy it, because this is very gimped, very original. But yeah, it's just a hopper speed clock. So if anybody has a hopper speed clock, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, then one last thing, there's the indicator light here. So when the items are coming out of the output here, or input, I guess, they're going to get pushed over a wooden pressure plate, which is going to activate this pulse extender. So if you send one item through, it's not going to like pulse at once and break everything. If you get one item, or once you start pulsing through items, it's going to send a little signal up here, which is then going to turn on the two lamps here that just show when it's processing. As well as if you just put an empty shulker box in, because that could be a scenario that happens. If you don't want to just put it right in the chest, I don't know why you would, but yeah, that'll also send a signal to the pulse extender telling you that there's an empty shulker box getting processed. In fact, I can show that off here. I just take a shulker box, put it in there, and wait a second. There, turns on. We get the shulker box there, it's the one we put in earlier, and then the light turns off right as it comes into the storage. You can also vary this design. The only thing you need to have is the chest here. You can swap out these blocks here for anything as well. You can also move this to wherever you want. You don't have to have this. You could just send them into your storage system, but that could cause the problem that if you don't have an output or a miscellaneous chest, then they'll just get put somewhere else. This is in our creative server, so I'm on with one of my friends right now, and we're just, yeah. So you can see all the stuff that you can put into it. Shulker boxes, items, non-stackable arrows, TNT again. You can put in any size shulker box you want. I've already been through that. There are a lot of composters just covering hoppers. That could probably be fixed up a little. Yeah, I understand there's a lot of hoppers, and I understand there's hopper spam, but this is going to be on the perimeter, so hopefully it's not going to be that bad. And yeah, so obviously this is just the input. The actual storage system is going to be a hopper locking design that hopefully I'm going to try and come up with. In fact, I might modify the one that I already have on my channel to be hopper locking because it's a pretty sweet design, let's be honest. And so you can just flick a switch, lock all the hoppers, and yeah, hopefully that would reduce a little bit of the lag at least. But yeah, there's not too much else to say about this. I'm going to put a schematic, whatever, in the description. If you want to build this, that would be super cool. Obviously, I don't know why you're here, but so it's been a couple weeks designing this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, this system here might have to be modified. I might make a video in like a week or a couple days explaining how I fixed that. And if not, I'll see you guys next time.